I actually just did a poll on my Instagram a couple of days ago. I was like, hey guys, I might do a story time video. What do you guys want to see? This story won 60% to 40. I give the people what they want, all right? For this story, I'm going to be taking you guys a little bit back. This was when I was a sophomore going into my junior year. This story is actually kind of entangled with this other story I did about a month and a half ago. Before I started learning how to like actually edit and not make my videos horrible. Basically, I was just saying how like this whole season I had to overcome and blah, blah, blah. I didn't get to run that many races. I was kind of just biking ever since like August for the season. I got to run a couple weeks. Most of the time I was kind of biking or whatever until championship season came around. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to make the injury a big deal into this story. I'm just going to, you know, pretend like everything's kind of normal, but just know that's kind of just going on throughout this entire thing. This was about 2017. Well, I'm going to take you guys actually back a little bit further. We're going to go to 2016, my sophomore year. Our team was not looking good. I'm going to put it this way, basically. There was a lot of people on the team who did not really care for just running. And a lot of people didn't really want to put in the work. A lot of people kind of just really didn't care. And that's okay, right? Cross country ain't for everyone. That's okay. But basically, like, that was our team, and a lot of people in the top 7 or whatever. There was a few of us who kind of were just doing all the workouts and blah, 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 and all this stuff. We ended up getting to sectionals, and the title of this video is, you know, how we got last place, basically, and then the next year we got second. Okay, wow, spoilers, whoa. Title isn't really implying to me, it's actually referring to our team. We actually technically didn't get last. We got 13th out of 15, okay? Whoa, big difference. Donald used clickbait. Fuck off, all right? Jesus Christ, all right? I'm sorry, PG. It was honestly just not great. It wasn't really a big deal at the time because our team for a couple years, you know, I was again just a sophomore, but based on just what I was hearing or whatever, our team had just kind of been off for a couple years, you know. I'm gonna just say Lockport. I'm from Lockport, so Lockport is the school I'm referring to. Okay, I'm not gonna keep saying my school, it's too long. Go Porters. What is a Porter? It's a winner. All right. I was pretty still motivated at the time. As a team, things were not great until eventually, I don't know what changed kind of, but that track season, a bunch of the freshmen got really fast and our team kind of just all mushed together. You know, a lot of people were just coming up and it was kind of vibing. It was really good. The freshman class that came up and really wanted to do great, and the people, like the 3 or 4 of us sophomores and the one junior who were really working hard, kind of just came together like the Avengers, okay? Because we all wanted the same thing and we all had the same goals and we were all hungry for it. I think our coach kind of saw this and he kind of realized that the next year could be a big year for us because, you know, again, we were kind of just in the shadows for a couple years, but I feel like he kind of saw something different in like this group of guys and whatever, and he let us know. That whole summer with training and stuff, it was pretty intense. It was one of the best trainings I've ever had for summers. What's great is that as a team, it was just kind of great to watch. Literally like a year ago or whatever, like that year, we could not even have done like anything close to the workouts that we were doing. But as a team, we're all very close together too. Our coach would always say, if you could just throw a grenade in our group, like it would just take out all of us. I don't know what he was planning. Our trainings, kind of all of us, just spiked up. The difference between like a year was incredible for all of us. State was the goal. Our team had not been to state for a decade. Our coach and our assistant kind of saw something in us in that group, and he's like, you know what? I think you guys can do it. And he's like, don't shoot low, you gotta shoot high, you gotta see it for yourself there. It can happen, but none of this, oh, we're not good enough or whatever. And that kind of put us in the mentality before the season, like, okay, obviously a lot of people aren't gonna be like looking at us, Lockport, as like the team, but we're gonna make them kind of think like, okay, because our mindset was that we would put in too much of that work over the summer, some of us years before, that like, okay, this is the year. A lot of the guys, our group, like my class, we're working way too hard and we're like, okay, junior year, we're going to state. This is it. Again, all the sophomores and stuff, like it was great what we had going on. And we all saw the same thing. Like state was the goal, proving everyone wrong was the goal, and we literally did everything to make that happen. It was not as easy to look though, okay? It was a hard season of training and blah, blah, blah. We didn't really get a lot of people to believe in us at first, or at all, frankly. Our first meet happened, and again, this is when the stretch fracture was just happening for me, so I didn't get to run, and I know some of our other guys really didn't get to run. It was just not great. The thing about our top 7 was that half of them were freshmen or sophomores. When we just put all of our varsity guys together, like juniors and seniors, it didn't look great for us. First meet, everyone's looking at us like, oh yeah, it's just Lockport. Still sucking. First off team was really good though. Like they were winning a bunch of meets, if I remember, and they were just, it was great to watch. Second meet happens, I was injured again, varsity guys go juniors, seniors basically, and then whatever. Until that first Peoria meet, you know, it's like iconic or whatever, bing bong bing. comic. That was my first chance to really race and put me in there, and that's when he also brought up the freshmen and sophomores to race with varsity. This was our first real race as a team where we could kind of show everything that we were doing. It was a mixed day. I personally had like a really good race. It was honestly one of the best races I've ever had in my life, and I PR'd this huge amount or whatever. As a team, I feel like, you know, we didn't really get to show everything that we could have shown. Some of us had really good races, but as like a whole, it was way better than the year prior. However, the goals that we set for ourselves in our mind, we didn't really hit at that meet. We would always check. There was this one guy who was kind of in charge of all the rankings and stuff. We were ranked like at the bottom of regionals and sectionals. State wasn't even like connected to our name at all. But despite that, we still like saw it for us. The way how our coach would always kind of train us is that we would peak at the end of the season. Like he planned it like, okay, yeah, you're gonna feel hurt, not hurt, but like you're not gonna feel at 100% basically from like September and half of October, but when championship season comes, like that's when you should be peaking. A couple more meets went by and we were doing better and better as a team. Detail I should add is that we were in the hardest sectional. All of these top 10 ranked teams in the state that was in our section, all these amazing teams or whatever, and we actually were kind of anticipating getting moved to sectionals. That's kind of something that was going over our heads the whole time. Turns out we actually did get moved to a different sectional. It was a lot more individual based, this one. There were some good teams there and there were some good individuals there, but it was more individual based. Like the top 30 guys in that race would be pretty fucking dangerous. Team wise, you know, there were good teams there, but it just, thank God we were out of that other just God-infested water. Rankings came out and we were still not ranked in the top 6, which is I think what it took to go to state. We didn't care, man. We were still gonna prove them wrong. In training, like our coach and all of us like would just see each other hitting these times and hitting these workouts and like, okay, this is what you can run. Like we had so many guys that we'd be like, you can run under 1540, you can run under 1540, like you can, you know, because we saw of ourselves, the times were there, the training was there, but we were just waiting for those races to all come together. Championship season comes around, regionals comes along, right? We were really ready for this. Okay, this was our second time where all of us again got to just come together, all of our top 7. He was starting to take down mileage just a little bit and we could tell like we were about to peak. We ended up getting second and it was incredible. Our 1 through 3 guys basically almost all regional. 4 through 7 were not far behind at all. I don't know what the time gap was, but it was a very small like gap between our 1 through 5. We're all just pack running. We're all so close together. I remember me, this other guy, like we were talking to each other during the race. Like for the first 2 miles, we were just like, he would just say stuff, and then I remember our third guy would say something. Our coach would tell us, you know what, just talk those first couple miles or whatever, and just get in the other opponent's head. They're gonna say, what the hell are these people doing talking in this race? Literally just seeing all of us kind of just come in like right after another was incredible. We only lost the regional title by 4 points. Sectionals, that was our shot at state. It was gonna be a flat course. It was a great time for PRs. It was gonna be full of great teams and like great individuals there. Like it was a lot. We ended up going and like staying in a hotel or whatever. This was like the race. We weren't at state yet, okay? State wasn't always a guarantee. It was just the goal. We knew we had a really good shot at going there, but sectionals was like D-Day. Like, okay, this is the day we qualified. This is the day where we do this. Like, this is it. Everybody there had a fantastic day. I'm pretty sure almost all of us PR. Our number 1 guy, 1515. Our number 2 guy, 1524. Me, I was 3rd that day, and I ran 1540. Our 4th and 5th guys, too, ran 1541 each. So our 1st through 5 were all within like 30-something seconds, less than that. I think all of us were sub 16. Our coach just came like running towards us crying, and I have never seen him cry. Still to this day, this is the only time I've seen it, and it was just, he was so full of emotion, which was weird because we'd never saw anything like that from him. Everybody there was freaking out. 8 through 12 were just going nuts. We're still like getting all our stuff and walking away, and then we realized we got second and we like barely lost first. A, we made it to state. B, we got second. And C, we almost all just PR'd. We weren't at state yet, but we finally showed people like, yeah, we can do it, and we did do it, and now we're going to state because we knew we could kind of get there. The article guy that would never rank us was like, a big surprise from Lockport, you know, they really came through or whatever, they got a great squad, and we were just like, kiss our ass. It was a great day. So basically that is the story, man, of how we got last, pretty much, I'm sorry again, 3rd to last, whatever, big deal. 2 second in a year. And then a week later happens. This isn't a happy ending, okay? But I'm gonna kind of continue the story here. State was a really bad race for all of us. The thing about state, man, especially for Illinois, is that the amount of pressure there was and the amount of people, I don't think any of us in the top 7 were just used to that amount of pressure or whatever. I wish it could have ended better than that. However, if you guys want a happy ending, maybe I'll tell the story of the year after that. that's a much happier ending. I'm just saying, man, if you ever got these people that doubt you, or if you ever got these people that just want to talk, just shut them up. Just let your actions speak louder than your words, man, because literally nobody believed in us except ourselves, and we all got super close that season, and we literally did the impossible, and no one thought we could do it except ourselves. But at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. So thank you guys so very much for watching. It's itsDvon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys next time. You say